before. As if I've never walked the streets of this world. As if, as if, as if, as if I died and was reborn yesterday. As if I died and was reborn yesterday. As if, as if, as if, as if. Since I met your loving eyes, it feels as if I've never seen the sunshine. As if I've never felt the wind caress my skin. As if I've never been alive before. As if, as if, as if, as if I died and was reborn yesterday. As if I died and was reborn yesterday. As if, as if, as if, as if. Seems you have entered my heart. I know no pleasure that doesn't come from my peace of being. I know no music that doesn't rise from the silence within. As if, as if, as if, as if, as if I died and was reborn yesterday. As if I died and was reborn yesterday. Now that I've been kissed from within, kissed from within. Now that Trust within that I've been kissed from within. One wish, one prayer, one reason I'm here, one focus, one desire, the only purpose of my life. It is for you, 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 it is for you. You, 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 you. So the prayer is to see you, to feel you everywhere, to only hear you, only sense you, to always be in your embrace. My heart belongs to you, my heart is only yours. It's all for you, 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 it's all for you. You, 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 you are my only focus, all else disappears. And I die in you, I is no longer here. There's only you, 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 there's only you. You, 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 you. for every being, and sometimes he blows a storm through this open space, and in the eye of the storm I can still see his grace. Oh, Bhagavate, oh, Sadguru Ramana ki jai. Oh, Arunachala, Sadguru Mushiji ki jai. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shiva take me home. Now if I make believe that this house belongs to me, it was made of stone and doors made of steel, and there is no doubt that it would crumble, get caught in a tornado that never seems to pass. But how could a storm destroy what's nothing? And what would it leave behind except silence? Oh, Bhagavate, oh, Sadguru Ramana ki jai. Oh, Arunachala, oh, Sadguru Mujiji ki jai. Shri Ram Jai Jai Ram, Shiva take me home. Shiva take me home. Muji take me home. desire, the only purpose of my life. It is for you. 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 You, 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 you. So the prayer is to see you, to feel you everywhere, to only hear you, only sense you, to always be in your embrace. My heart belongs to you, my heart is only yours. It's all for you, 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 it's all for you. You, 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 you are my only focus. All else disappears. I die in you. I is no longer here. There's only you. Arunachala, 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 Arunachala. Shiva, 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 Shiva.
Soham Tattvam Asi. Om Aham Soham Tattvam Asi. Om Aham Soham Tattvam Asi. I am He that you are. I am Shiva. I am Shiva. You are. You are always in my heart, never shall we be apart. You are always in my heart, never shall we be apart. Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. It is done, it is done. Hallelujah, it is done. It is done, it is done. Hallelujah, it is done. You are always in my heart, never shall we be apart. I am always in your heart, never shall we be apart. Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. It is done, it is done. Hallelujah, it is done. It is done, it is done. Hallelujah, it is done. Om Namah Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Mahadev. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ananta. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Ramanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Shri Pujaji. Om Shri Sadguru Gurudev Ki Jai. Namah Shivaya.
Thank you. Thank you. Namaste everyone. Very warm welcome to Satsang today. Sadhguru Sri Muji Ji ki Jai. Is this sound? Okay, so today is Monday. We can have some questions.
Hey, Father, can I come up?
You can come, my dear.
Yeah, can you hear me okay? I'm on my phone.
I can hear you well, yes.
Hear me? I feel really scared to come up, so it seems like I better. Hmm. It's good to talk to you. It's been a while.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Hmm. Ooh. So I have a question about the inquiry.
Yes,
I've
yes.
talked to you about it before. And the same thing is still happening with the tiredness and the feeling, really feeling drugged almost. Um, if I try to follow you or Guruji, like on the 2 days a week that you do inquiry.
Yes.
Really, I probably hear the first 5 seconds. It's kind of embarrassing going on. And I don't know if I need to just leave it be, or if there's something else. I don't know, Father. It's driving me crazy.
Okay, so 5 seconds. So can we inquire in 5 seconds? Hmm? So if I say these days that one of the most potent questions we can ask ourselves is who is aware of awareness? I'm speaking fast so we don't run out of time. Hmm? So when we ask this question, who is aware of awareness? Then what happens?
Well, very quickly it feels like I'm aware of awareness, but I don't know how to explain.
Yes, this is good. So I am aware of awareness.
Yeah.
And this I, which is aware of awareness, did we see a I to confirm this? Or it is something more primal than that?
It feels like I, Radhika, am aware, but it's just a sensation.
The instant in which the question is asked, who is aware of awareness? Is there a Radhika there?
No.
Hmm. Is there a Radhika here now?
Sorry, it went out a little bit. I didn't catch that.
Yes, I said whether Radhika is here now.
It feels like it.
Yes, so it's okay. We can start from here.
It's
This is
okay.
good. So
A
there's a
long
sense.
time. And it feels like it's taking a long time to be asking the same questions. It feels ridiculous.
Yes, but that is the 1-2 punch, you see. Uh, the second punch of the 1-2 punch of the mind is worse than the first one. So the first one is that the same question is coming. You see, the first punch is that. So we are asking the same question is the first aspect. What is worse is the second punch, which is, oh, I'm so unworthy, I'm guilty, I just keep asking the same questions, it's taking too long. You see? So none of this is true actually. It is not taking too long. Most of the world is not even asking the question. Mm. So there's nothing like taking too long. So what is important is to be able to just see what is here now. And the mind will come and say, but Radhika is seeing this. But this is pure fiction, you see. This is fiction, isn't it? There is no Radhika who is here. Mm. So the one that answers yes to am I aware now, and it is not the reporting of the yes. but the seeing that this is true, who's seeing is this one.
It's my seeing.
Yes. And this me, what can we see about that one? The one that sees it, what do we see about that one? When we look for this I, what do we find? Is it a void? Is it a void that we find? Hmm? Is it something phenomenal, something that can be tasted that we find?
Just seeing. There's just
They're just seeing. And how is this seeing seen? Is it seen in some way? How do we know that it's just seeing?
I just know.
You just know. So this I, which is the same knowingness, the same awareness itself, you see, is aware of itself as awareness. That's why when we ask the question, who is aware of this awareness? You say that it is me, it is I that is aware. It is so naturally and simply known. It is as simple as that. This I does not look like anything because it is no thing. You see? And yet it is so clear that I am aware. Is it not clear?
It's clear.
It's clear. And it's also clear that this I that is aware is not a thing. Is this clear?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Clear.
And this I that is aware is not even like a spatial blank. It's not even visible as some dark space or white light, anything.
No.
It's clear?
Nothing. Clear.
Very good. So this I, which is indescribable, and yet it is so clear that it is. You see? We cannot deny the existence of this I. We can only say that it is not to be found phenomenally. Isn't it? Okay. Now, if all of this is true, then where is Radhika in all of this? Don't find the Radhika. So Radhika then must be presumed if we get a sense that this feeling is Radhika, or these thoughts make up Radhika, or a combination of the sense of my existence and the presence of these feelings and thoughts must make up Radhika, isn't it?
Yeah.
You see? But really, when we deconstruct it in this way, we find that the sense of existence is here, But the I, which is aware of it, remains untouched. The feelings could be various ones which come and go, yet this I remains untouched. And the thoughts can come and go, and I remain untouched. So now what does this I have to do?
Nothing.
Can it lose itself? Can this I lose itself?
No. No.
Now, which part of the question still remains?
Okay. So it feels clear, obviously clear, but not
Yes.
complete.
Hmm.
I can't deny anything you've said. I've said, I can't deny it, but it doesn't feel, it, it just doesn't feel complete.
Yes, yes.
There's still separation that's experienced. And so I feel like, well, then I guess I need to keep inquiring. I can't because I feel like I'm drugged or asleep, right? So
Yes.
that's
Yes.
how it plays out. It's
Yes.
very
That's why I've
clear.
been saying that. Yeah, I've been saying that there are two aspects to this. One is this recognition, and if there's any doubt about it, let's go through it together. This recognition of what is in this moment, right now, is the first step that we are taking together. What gives us the ability to say, I am aware without seeing this I? There is something more primal, isn't it? There is this awareness that I itself is, this knowingness of I, without finding a phenomenal I. It's okay if we talk like this. It's direct, very much direct looking at what we are looking for.
Very good.
Yes.
It's a little
So,
hard to hear. I think my phone is breaking it a little bit, but I'm with you. I'm with you.
okay, very good. If we can drill into this question, how are we able to report that I am aware without finding this I as a phenomenon? Isn't there a deeper knowing of this I, which is not a thing? This is the recognition which is not phenomenal, the only one like this. How many are clear about this and how many are not clear? Clear? Raise your hand. Clear? No peer pressure. Again, okay. Okay, very good. So, Huh? Okay, so let's go really slow. There's a request to go really slow. Let's start with the question, can I stop being now? Can I stop being? And we find that there's a sense of presence, a sense of existence that is here. I am aware of this. I am aware of this, isn't it? This I that is aware of this, is it a thing? Is it a space? Does it have any attributes whatsoever? Hmm? Is it? Yes. Is it? Is it? So this is not a meditation. We'll keep it. The I that is aware even of the sense of presence. What is it? Is it a thing? Is it a blank space? Is it a visual of something? Space? Space? Who is aware of this space? It feels or it is being visualized that way? It feels? It is seen now like this? Don't rely on any past conclusion. The I that is aware of being, what does this one look like? Where is it located? What is its size and shape? If there is blank space, who is aware of that space? Is it spatial space? Is it like spatial space? Spatial space. So who is aware of this space? Is that within the space? It's measurable space? Yes, but who is aware of this experience? We say it is I. That is not deniable. We are looking for the contours of this I actively today a little bit. Because she reminded me that it's easy to fall asleep when you're inquiring quietly. And no using the mind at all, no using past answer, no conclusion, just from the checking now. What do we find? That's, are you answering my question? Don't divert yourself. It's not good for you right now. Who is this I? Is this moving? Don't presume anything. Does it have to move to be aware? Do you have to move to be aware? Is the movement of attention equal to your movement? This I, then when I ask you, are you aware now? Where does the confirmation come from? What seeing does it rely on? Is it phenomenal? What did we find that we are able to say yes? In my wallet, in my bag.
You see, there's a problem with the spotlight. We can't put it because the wiring is can't.
He'll fix it.
What should you fix?
Okay, just tell him to do this. The money is there.
Go fix.
Mhm. So when we check, am I aware now? Don't go on any mental adventures. Just stay here. Why is it that yes is the right answer? How is this known? Who is the I that sees this or knows this or is aware of it?
Feels like it's not separate from any of the phenomena, any of the objects.
But is the existence of this awareness dependent on the appearance of an object?
No. It feels like when you check, am I aware of an object? Actually, the first part of that is, am I aware of awareness? And then it's
Exactly.
awareness.
Exactly. So then we see that the awareness is independent of the appearance of the objective world, but the objective world cannot be reported to appear unless there was an awareness of it, isn't it? So the dependence relationship is obviously on awareness itself. And yet we cannot see it, not with worldly eyes, not through phenomenal eyes. You see? This is complete. This is recognized and it is complete in itself. In fact, it is never incomplete. Is there any part of this seeing which is fuzzy or not clear? Do it again. Okay, I'm happy, like I said, to do this for this entire lifetime if it's only used for this, asking you this question. Where do you get stuck? Huh? Exactly, that's what I was just answering her question, saying that it feels incomplete. So there is no completion for it.
When you ask the question, is awareness aware of itself?
Yes.
In the sense that as soon as this is recognized,
Yes.
the circuit
Take the mic.
is
Take the mic. It's okay. Take the mic.
It's like when you ask the question, is awareness aware of itself? It's like it feels like the ultimate, like just if that is really clearly recognized,
Yes.
then everything just falls into a null. Like if it's just like
Mm.
I just describe it as like the circuit just is closed. Like it just feels like everything is complete.
Mm.
But that recognition takes effort here. I don't know why. Every time I ask you, it takes effort to recognize if.
It can seem like that. That's why we have the pointers, you know.
Yeah. But it's like it's the ultimate question. Just
Yes. So when I ask you who is aware of this awareness, you see that awareness itself is aware of itself. Then what happens?
Why don't I see it so clearly, Father? Why am I not like saying yes?
Say the no part. What is the block?
I know that I know.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm saying. But it's not mental, you see. It's not a conceptual knowing. You have to clarify that because many can know awareness is a concept, but the true knowing of itself is simpler than that. So you're saying trouble is what? You say, I know, I am aware that I'm aware, but
I don't know what the but is. Doesn't feel satisfactory though.
same question as hers, no?
Yeah.
Same question as hers. So what should feel like satisfied? What should feel complete? Joy should come.
It's like this moment, like in
Yes.
this moment.
Yeah. This moment, what is incomplete?
There is a sense that I'm saying I know, but
Yeah, but
is it really true? Like, am I really saying it
okay, what part of it
from.
could be false? Let's narrow it down. So some of you who are new to satsang might find this whole conversation very strange, but that's okay on a few days because this we have to drill down upon sometimes. Which part could be false? I know, or I know that I know, or the
Just
whole
let's
thing?
let's go with I know first. Like,
Okay.
just I was just watching something last night and you ask how do you know? Like,
Yes.
why do you not say I taste? Or and this question
Exactly.
feels very relevant and I
Yes.
went to sleep with it, but it's still not like sinks. I want it to sink in.
Hmm.
Like,
So keep this I that wants some
yeah,
things out of the picture.
yeah,
So we said that why do we say I know or I am aware? Why don't we say I taste being? Why don't we say I smell being? You see, we say I am aware of this being. So we know what
yeah,
awareness is. That's why we say
yeah,
I am aware of being. You see? Just like we know what smell is, what taste is, what hearing is, what sight is. You see? And yet this awareness, when compared to all other types of phenomena, this one exhibits no attributes. It just is. Also, Radhika can say about this because she had the same question.
Yeah. Is that Radha?
It's Radha and Radhika, same.
I feel very agitated about it.
Yes, but can we come to a point now where we're not so concerned about what emotions are coming or what thoughts are coming up? Can we just keep them
Yeah.
aside for some time and continue to look? Let the agitation come. It's okay. It's come many times. It goes. It's fine. All this coming and going, if you can keep it aside and say, what is it? What is at the root of this? I am aware. What is this awareness? Is that which is aware separate from awareness? not separate. Then, so if we keep the realm of emotion, thoughts, appearances, sounds, distraction, all that aside for some time, and just focus on this. Who knows awareness? Who is aware of awareness? You see? It is I. It is I. But which I is this one? Is it a phenomenal I? Is it a void I? Is it a light I? Which I is this one? Don't leave this question. It's really the root of who am I. Now don't sell this question for something cheaper. I am aware. This I is which one? What separates it from this awareness itself? Okay, let's hear something. Where are we? What's happening? Any
Just
of
want to
you?
say what I see here, like,
Yeah,
so the attention is all over the place, but I'm
attention is all over.
still
Okay.
aware of the attention all over the place.
You are aware of that also. Very good.
So it doesn't matter where the attention is.
Very good. So this I that is even aware of attention, what about this one? You see, when we say aware of, is it something separate of? Where is this awareness in relation to this I?
It's here, Father, and
Bhavan, can I say something?
No, no, just wait, wait. Wait.
Oh, it's regarding the attention.
No, just wait. We are inquiring very closely together. Just wait.
It's here. I don't know where. It's here. And it's aware.
This it, is it separate from I? That which we truly call ourselves I am aware. Is this I separate from this awareness? Is there anything here which is separate from awareness? The question really is, how is I am aware different from awareness is aware? Everyone gets the question? How is I am aware different from saying awareness is aware? What is the difference between these two?
Difference is when I approach the awareness, the I removes.
Okay, but now when we say I am aware, I is already all false sense of I is dissolved here. Now when we say I am aware, how is it different from saying awareness is aware? Hmm? You see? Okay, Radhika can say,
Uh, what's here right now is that I can't find anything. With the question,
yes, but that, would that mean that
question was,
I
I
am,
can't.
I'm sorry, there's some
Sorry.
lag in the voice, that's why. Are you able to say I am not aware?
No, I can only see there's nothing here, but I'm aware. It feels like I can only find I'm aware.
Yes. And this I that is aware, or the I that is finding I am aware, is it the same as saying awareness is aware, or there is a I which is distinguishable from this awareness? Let's use this. We say I find only that I am aware. So this I which finds and the I which is aware, is it not the same I as awareness itself? What is the difference between saying awareness
There's
finds itself, or awareness is aware of itself, or I am aware of this awareness?
there's no I. I'm just seeing that all I can find right now is awareness. But it doesn't feel like awareness is aware of awareness. There's some resistance to that.
Yes, then who would it be that is aware of awareness?
It can only be me.
Huh? Huh?
It can only be me.
Yes, and this me, it is aware of awareness as what? What is this me that is aware of awareness? What is the distinction between awareness and this me? That is what we are looking for.
I'm sorry, Father, what was that?
The distinction
You went out a
between
little bit.
awareness and this me is what we are looking for. One point of distinction between awareness and me, this me that is aware. Just one point.
It doesn't even feel like a me that's aware. It just feels, okay, I
Yes,
know this doesn't make it just feels like awareness is here.
yes. And who is aware of this?
I'm sorry?
And who is aware of this?
I'm
Are
aware of
you?
this.
You are aware of this. Very good. And only awareness is here. You see? So just even as an inference, we can see that I must be awareness itself, but I don't want you to infer. We must just keep checking what is the distinction between this I that is aware and the awareness itself. Just look for one difference between the I that is aware of awareness and the awareness itself.
It's moving around a little bit.
Yes. Yes. So what's moving around? Attention can move about. That's okay. Who is aware of that?
I'm aware of that. I don't even know what's moving.
Yes.
It just feels like I'm going out of something. Like, it doesn't matter.
This question is the greatest auspiciousness. Let anything that is meant to happen happen. The I that is aware, how is this I different from the awareness itself?
Does the attention have to go there? Because it's all over the place.
Hmm.
So to recognize itself, does the attention have to stay there?
No. Attention can move about. You yourself said who is aware of this attention. If automatically in the questioning you find that attention comes here, it's fine. But you don't have to force it. It's effortless.
Father, but we have also looked at there is nothing I am conscious of which is out of my field of attention.
Yes, but that's not what my question is. This I that is aware, what is the one point of distinction between this I and awareness itself?
But that is different from what Radha asked. I feel the same confusion that she was asking.
But now what is the thing? What is the thing? When you look, I said let attention move about wherever it wants, let it go. So you don't wander off with a question about that. Who this I that is aware of awareness, what is the difference between it and awareness? Now attention is moving.
How could any exploration is possible without the like a conscious movement of attention towards it, towards that exploration?
Without the movement of attention, you're saying?
Into that
Yes,
exploration.
yes. But here, when I say, are you aware now? It is just known, isn't it? Prior to attention, prior to any other movement. The reporting requires movement, but we are not so interested in the reporting. The I that is aware, how is it different from awareness? Just spot one difference. The question is that simple. How are you doing with this? There is no difference. So this I that is aware is awareness itself. Is awareness itself. Okay. How many of you are coming to this recognition? Very good. Very good.
The point is, since there is no complete understanding of this awareness, so there is not complete understanding of this I also, and therefore it is not. It is difficult to answer your question.
So you're saying you're not aware? You're not sure whether you're aware?
Yes, I am aware, but I am saying there is not full understanding.
Are you sure you're aware? No, it's serious. Are you sure you're aware? Yes, this is full understanding. Huh? You have not understood it mentally, because nobody can understand awareness mentally. You can make some reports on it, which can be very beautiful, but that's not the point. You see, I am sure, I am aware. This is all I need. This is all we need. So then we are asking that this I, which is aware, how is it distinct from the awareness itself?
It's not Radha.
It's not distinct from the awareness. Okay. So when we say I am aware, it's the same as saying awareness is aware. Same.
I think the toughest time that here is because there's I is always has always been pointed out to like an entity or like a
Yes.
sense, and this is not an entity.
Exactly.
There is nobody there.
Yes. Yes. So because I has been used in another way, and yet there's been a deeper knowing of the truth about I always also, only that in this realm we've always used I to denote the body mind. Therefore now when we're coming to this non-phenomenal I, but it is important to recognize that it is this I, you see. This is what Bhagavan was pointing to when he said the I removes the I and yet remains the I. So the false I is removed, but the true I, which is this awareness itself, remains. Now the point is, we've all heard these words. Now I'm provoking you into the recognition of this, which the mind will use every trick to try and evade, you see. Will use everything possible to try and evade, but it's so simple actually that you cannot miss it. You will only miss it if you're looking for an object or an entity or something. But that, what this is prior to that. It is simpler than that. It is not a phenomenal finding. We have been looking for the I in the wrong place. We've been looking for I phenomenally. We've been looking for the I in the byproducts. You see? But now we are just simply seeing that this has always been the truth. And there has always been this awareness of it. Isn't it?
Oh, Father, it feels like I can't find the difference because I can't find the I.
Yes. And yet we say, I can't find the I. So this I is always here, you see? It's always here. Because you are aware. It is not anyone else. You are aware. Is this true?
This is true.
This is true. This is clear. I am aware. You see? Cannot find the I is exactly what I'm saying. We cannot find it phenomenally. That's why it is confusing to the mind. And yet, most naturally, we say, I am aware. Without even the effort to try and find I. Because I is what you are. This awareness itself. That's why I say that try the other way. Don't be aware. Try not to be aware. Try to exist without being aware. Don't get stuck in the semantics. Just try to push away awareness and exist without it. Don't say sense of existence is that. Don't get stuck with all that. Don't be aware. Can you find an independent entity outside of this awareness, which owns this awareness? If there was, there must be an experience of, or there must be some validation of this non-awareness. That is never our experience. This awareness is unmissable. The phenomenal I cannot find except the most immaculate phenomena I am itself, which is the first modulation of this I. Okay, but let's not go there right now. This I that is aware, I am aware. This I, how is it distinct from awareness? Why do we say I am aware? Why don't we say the room is aware or the chair is aware? Why do we say I am aware? We don't say the body is aware, we say I am aware.
Because there is a presumption that my awareness is distinct from your awareness.
Yes, so this my awareness is whose awareness? This I, whose awareness it is, how is that different from the awareness itself? You see, my awareness, you see, my, who is this I whose awareness it is? How is it distinct from awareness? How are we able to report this with so much confidence? You see? You see? So, look at that. How is any of this clear? How do I confirm I am aware? Why do I use these words, I am aware? Why would I say I am aware if it was not the truth? And yet this awareness is not seen phenomenally. It is just aware of itself. It is a primal knowing of knowingness itself. Why are we more inclined to say I am aware rather than saying I am not aware? If it was not found, we could be neutral to it and say either and it wouldn't make a difference. Why is it that we are more inclined to say I am aware? Because there must be the knowing of this already, which is very, very deep, you see. And then, once you see that I and awareness, same thing, then see if you can become some other I. Can you really be another I? Can you be that which owns this body mind? Do all other labels, do all other reference points for this I start to fade away, start to lose their magnetism, their strength? Because everything else that we use the I for, first there is an awareness of it. This awareness is the most fundamental, the most primal backdrop to any appearance, isn't it? We can say where we are with this. Those who are actively following, where are we?
Where am I?
Yes, yeah.
Just looking.
Hmm?
I can't find a difference, but it still somehow feels separate, a little separate.
Yes, yes. So let's keep looking for points of separation, because this is the idea, you see, this idea of separation is the whole cause of all of this drama. Without the sense of separation, we would not be able to pretend to be people. So now let's keep looking for this separation. Let's not presume any separation. Let's look. How is this I different from this awareness? I am aware. What is the difference between I and aware? What is the separation? Where is aware and I am not? Or where is I and awareness is not? That must mean separation. If there was I but awareness was not, that would mean separation. Or awareness but I am not. It has to be separate only that way, isn't it? I'm very happy if you're able to drill down on this like this and not go with any other mental gymnastics. And we say, are you aware now? The answer is, I am aware. The question is very simple. What is the distinction or difference between I and aware? And all of you are already seeing that no amount of visualization, creativity, appearances are helping with this question. So in that way, we learn to keep them aside. No thought can help us here. All the concepts which are needed for this inquiry are being provided from here. Nothing else you need to add on top. Who is this I that is aware? Is this I an object? Is it light or sound? Does it have a size or shape? Does it have a start or end? Was it born and will it die? What can we say about this I? Those of us who are looking at this, don't change this question for any other question. And don't come to any conclusion. This is the time where a lot of very fancy spiritual concepts or something attractive in the worldly realm will be offered to you by the mind. Just let them come and go. Don't settle for any conclusion about anything. Remain with the question, even if this entire lifetime goes with this contemplation, it will be worthwhile. I am aware. Who is this I? Yes, there are some questions about attention. You will look at them later. Don't worry about them right now. Just stay with this simple looking. Let attention go wherever it wants. Simply look. Who is this I that is aware? See if you can find one difference between this I and awareness itself. How do I know of something called awareness? What is this awareness? How do I know of it? Where does it come from? The I that knows of it, is it separate from it?
Feels like it feels like just to keep checking, and every time I check, then it's obvious, and it's like, but at the same time, um, it almost seems like the recognition's there, and then something starts shaking around in the beingness, like attention goes to it, and then it's like, oh, hang on, no, check. So it's like checking over and over, and I'm just wondering, like, what is it that changes in order to become established, like in, because even established, unestablished, it doesn't change anything, but at the same time, like, it does. Um,
because it's not. Is it that the dynamic aspect, like the beingness, is just learning its source, and it just keeps checking, and so just gradually this tendency to identify with anything else falls away? Or is it just that there's like the tendency to go with attention all the time kind of diminishes? Or is it that like nothing changes, because ultimately that doesn't make a difference to awareness either?
Yes. Actually, all possibilities are present. The recognition is fairly straightforward, and I feel most of you who are here will come to this recognition now. So the recognition is quite straightforward, but how it plays out after that, how being decides to play after that, is also completely open. You see? After the recognition, it could be that in some expressions of this consciousness, the need to play even increases, the wanting to play even increases, and it becomes maybe more fearless or something like that. You see, you just want to play with this realm more. For some, it could seem like this is where I want to stay. I just want to stay with the recognition, and every moment of time which is available for this being, it wants to marinate in this recognition. For some the thought will be bought, but this is too much for me, or something like this, you see? And then the play will continue till one day it is seen that we are done with that aspect of it, and we come back to this. So all possibilities are open in spite of the recognition. But what I would like to say is that when we had these moments of recognition, it then becomes pretty difficult to believe these thoughts which are personal. The belief in them starts to withdraw. It cannot be that we recognize ourselves to be this non-phenomenal from which all phenomena arises, and then we are as quick to believe thoughts about ourselves as we used to in the past. So this at least must change to some extent. But even this, sometimes if there is too much fear, which and you don't have a master who can explain these things to you, then sometimes the lure for thoughts actually increases, and we want to get to that closed, constricted state, because this openness seems too broad and scary, and we feel like, oh, this is going to be the end of the play or something. That is why it's very good to have a master, because he can tell you there's nothing to fear. The play will not end. The appearance will continue. In fact, it becomes very enjoyable also. Every moment is tasted much more wonderfully when we're not operating under false belief. So what I would like to say is that what should happen is that the amount of belief that goes into thoughts after recognition should reduce, and with the belief reducing, then we find that attention also doesn't go so much into these personal aspects, and it's more naturally resting at home. But from the experience of seeing many who've come to satsang, I can tell you that even after recognition, I see that all possibilities are open.
Kind of feels like
Can we close that door and maybe put on this fan?
it's like in that recognition, one of the things which, one of the byproducts of it, like it feels like one of the kind of side recognitions is that, okay, so I can let go completely, basically, in terms of like my experience.
Yes.
So
Yes. Because we see that what we're recognizing is that this awareness is not holding on to anything. It is independent. It is the source of all things, not reliant on anything. So this letting go is a very natural byproduct of this. The mind knows that this nothingness is actually the sign game over, and it tries to run away from this sign as much as possible using whatever tactics that can come to it. Yeah. It's like in the racing game, no? You're the last lap and you see the checkered flag is in front of you and you don't want the game to end. The mind doesn't want the game to end, so it'll say whatever it can to get you to turn around, to slow down, to say it's not working, to say it is working, whatever tricks.
So how it's playing out in the appearance here is it's just first of all it's getting more and more obvious that I cannot be this change.
Very good.
Everything in the appearance changes, everything. Every moment in the body is different.
Yes.
Every thought. I cannot be any of that.
Yes.
But how it plays out here is there are moments of just complete stillness, like, and seeing that I am the only I that exists.
Yes.
And very clear and just tears of love. And there could be like sudden identification and irritation and a lot of mind. It goes in extreme contrast here, and then the sudden devotion to Ramana and wanting to go to Thiru, and then the next moment I'm snapping at Samek. So it's just
Yeah. Now
too
you
much of a
started by saying that
contrast.
the changing one I cannot be.
It's not
So all
me.
these are aspects of the changing one. Let it change.
But it feels like it's changing so much because of identification and then not identifying.
Yes.
But like Zia was saying the other day, sometimes the fear here, I don't know if it's of the openness or if it's actually of fearing of believing the thoughts.
Yeah.
Because when it's open, it's just love. It's just love letting everything come and go.
Yeah.
So there can't be fear. But the fear is,
Well, we can say that when there is openness, there can't be resistance. You see? But there is openness even to this sense of fear. And even we can say openness to the sense of resistance, but this resistance cannot really last because in the face of openness, the resistance is the opposite of that, isn't it? Isn't it? So when it is mixed, like you add a teaspoon of cold water to a tub of warm water, it will become warm. So in the openness, this resistance will dissolve.
then what is this identifying or like, what is this fear? Like there's a lot of like anxious energy that starts coming in the morning, which is okay.
What is not okay? What is not okay is not true.
really don't know, Father.
So there could be this sense of expectation that in my worldly play it should change, in my marital relationship or with my kids or something it should be different. Yeah.
Actually, I think the sense of identification has to go. That's
How
the
do you
cause.
identify?
With thoughts.
What do you do to a thought to identify with it?
I believe it, but it's just so many sometimes that
It's not the quantity actually, although that can be a part of it. The quantity could be, suppose we played like this, no? Sometimes we said, suppose you start getting all thoughts about software development. Huh? There just go. Suppose you get all other thought. Huh? They're all coming. Because the quantity is a lot doesn't mean that the pull to identify is a lot. You see? It could be one trump card thought which is worth 100 of the others. So the trump card thought could be something about freedom or about marriage, about being a mother, something like this. So that can get that which has been given the most nourishment. That tree, that branch seems the most attractive even now.
it feels like all kinds of random thoughts. I don't know why it's
But they get identified with?
Sometimes yes and sometimes no.
Mostly you'll find that those which have been given a lot of belief in the past, they still have some juice. The fresh ones don't really seem to have.
It's all around doership here, Father. Like all around doership. It's like in this openness, like just this energy sometimes feels so like unbearable. Sometimes just if irritation comes, it's just so much. And if no, the thoughts are allowed to come and go, it's not so much. But when identified with it, just feels, oh my God. And also a sense that this shouldn't be here anymore. That is another trouble.
That is the trouble one, you see. Why? Why it shouldn't be?
I don't know. It's kind of scary. Like that behavior is very scary.
But it shouldn't be here anymore. Why? What has changed?
Because I'm recognizing who I am, so it shouldn't like.
This one who is claiming the recognition will go along with all of this. That's why it comes to show you that there can be the sense, yes, I am recognizing, I can. So this one also will be taken away in all this irritation, the coming of momentary suffering. All of this plays the part in making this one weaker and weaker. Otherwise, this one will translate into a big Ravan of spiritual ego.
Father, like. So Your Grace, Father, just. Sometimes I don't know how to inquire, what to inquire, just like. Just to look.
So much clarity is here now. Very happy. I don't say too much of these things because then you get a swollen head. So, I feel very beautifully you're coming to this openness, to this recognition. Now this is a fertile ground, you see, where all auspiciousness can emerge, and sometimes in this fertile ground there can be the appearance of specialness and arrogance. So you find that during these times I'll be like sometimes really head chopping. So without any sense of expectation, without any sense of how things should be, you are recognizing what you are. You yourself say very beautifully that that which is changing it cannot be me. And then you say, but then why are these things changing? It is the nature of this realm to be changing. Now there must be a correlation between the mind saying that what you're finding for yourself should never translate into anger or irritation or being a bad mother or wife or worker at home, anything.
Yeah.
That is not true like this. You're seeing that the play is moving in its own momentum, in its own field, without any individual doer of the same. So the mind will try to use all of this. So what's the point of all of this if you're still going to be an angry person? Don't fall for any of these.
These thoughts I easily discard
Yeah.
because it's clearer and clearer.
Yeah.
This is all
Yeah.
that I'm here for.
Yeah.
The
But,
thoughts that don't get discarded easily are the doership thoughts.
Right.
Like when, like yesterday, there was this complete breakdown. Like children were pulling me, the stomach is pulling me, and like just had to go break down, and then kind of like victim, like I can't do this. I can't do so much. This I that feels like she's doing something at home just gets pulled every direction.
Yeah.
And or she's not doing good enough, because I see some frustration on stomach and kind of the thoughts that say I can't do this anymore, I'm not here, those get discarded very easily because it's very clear within me that
very good.
I'm here for freedom. Like, but these doership thoughts of not doing enough or I'm not doing well enough because something keeps pointing out sometimes, and it's sticky here, and those kind of get into this.
Okay, so then you inquire into that. Why is it? If you met a random person on the road and he said, "But you're not doing enough," would it matter? Who are you to tell? But what is it that, if it is coming from a particular body mind, that makes it juicy for you? Is it that in the past it has been nourished that way, that this one's opinion is important in some way? And it's just thoughts, isn't it? So if you started discarding your own thoughts, then what seems more difficult sometimes is that the thoughts of those special relationships that we have, those still seem to have more meaning. But why? They're just thoughts. So let him. He's entitled to him. He's entitled to them. But doesn't mean you have to dance to the tunes of any thoughts, whether it is coming here or there. The same guy. You see. Doesn't mean you have to be averse to anything. Also, just from your neutrality, what is happening is happening. And as you have greater and greater acceptance of how your own body mind is functioning, then you will find that in the realm around you also, greater and greater acceptance will come. You see? Even Garima sometimes will say, "Oh, she'll be talking to her parents or someone, and she says that, oh, but he'll be just busy with his satsang. He's not going to help me with this or something like that." It's natural for these things to happen. I don't feel in a marriage it'll ever become, you see, completely without all of this. So just see what it's about for you. Don't try to change anyone else around you.
It's clear it's always about me. It's
exactly. So why is it that if Shamek says something, and he'll hate me for saying this, but why is it that the thoughts which are coming using his mouth still have so much relevance for you? Do you want to be a good wife? There's nothing wrong with that. Is it about having his approval or acceptance? Or is it that at the root of it there is some guilt which you're festering for yourself, and when it comes from outside like that, it just pushes the trigger of that guilt, and that's why the
it probably is
irritation
this one.
comes. Yes.
Or it's a sense that, so most of the times I don't want to do anything, but I have to kind of And then that's when this doership starts to play, and then the
Yeah.
mind says
So
no.
first remove that conclusion. Most of the time, I don't want to do anything.
Hmm.
You see, because in this is the wrong I is hiding in this.
Yes, Father, this is the root.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
don't make this conclusion at all. See, I don't know. Next moment I could want to lie down in bed, or next moment I'll go on a cleaning spree. I have no idea.
I don't know, Father. I really don't know. But this
Because in
plays
all of this,
a.
there can be some very sticky concepts. You see, there can be this concept that I must be free to do what I want. You see, my husband and my family should not be telling me this. But then if I must be free, then they must also be free to tell me whatever. Freedom cannot only be for this appearance. Freedom must be universal. Okay, the world is acting this way. The body is moving this way or not moving. Another body is appearing in front of me saying this, this, this. The other two bodies are coming in asking for my attention. You see? This part of this entire play.
I just want to expose this, like, I just want to expose that if my kids are all around me and if I'm irritated, then I'm just irritated. I don't want this spiritual thing that I shouldn't be behaving like this, or I shouldn't be snapping or screaming, or because this
I've
is
never
just
said
too
that.
much within me, Father.
Yeah.
Like,
But I have never said I have shouted at my kid.
it's just too much sometimes at home. Just and there's this sense of always trying to be in control of my behavior that I shouldn't be identifying, or I just want even that to be like, if I am, I am.
Yes, this I is which one who wants it to be. Because very sneakily fits in. And it's fair. I'm justified. I'm justified.
Yes. Yes, and then it says it's okay to be identified because it's just too much.
Yeah,
This one.
This one.
Yes. I watched that one too, Father. It feels very happy when it's
See, this one is still wanting some validation that I'm doing the right thing or this is going. Yeah, I should be. I should be. I should be this. I should be. This one is which one?
It's just a thought.
Just a thought. What to do with the thought?
Just
Forget
let
about
it go.
One thing that doesn't change is the wonder at how sneaky the mind can be.
Yeah.
It'll sneak itself in very quietly, and before you know it, I. Okay, let's see what Radhika is saying. Then Anilji can come. So in this I that is aware, is there any completion or incompletion? You want to say something, my dear Radhika?
Did you say something to me, Father?
Yes, my dear. I'm just asking whether in this
It's
I
freezing a
that is
lot today.
aware, yeah, in the I that is aware, is there any completion or incompletion?
I'm sorry, I didn't realize that you were asking me.
That's okay.
I was looking though. No, no.
So the feeling of incompletion or the thought that something is not complete, could they be testifying to this awareness?
I'm sorry, it froze again. I didn't catch it.
Yes, the feeling of incompletion or dissatisfaction or the thoughts that something is not complete or not satisfied, could they be reporting or testifying about this awareness?
Could they be reporting about the awareness? Is that what you said?
Yes.
I know awareness doesn't care. It just gets confusing. You know, I hear Guruji say you have to recognize this, you have to complete this.
Yes. Yes. So let's look at that aspect of it also for a minute. So this awareness is already complete, it is seen, it is recognized. In fact, it is non-phenomenal. So the idea of completion or non-completion does not apply.
No.
Now, what is the trouble? The trouble is what to do with Radhika, or what to do with consciousness playing as if it is Radhika, isn't it? Because Radhika didn't get anything in all of this. Huh? So
Trouble.
consciousness, you see? So that is the second aspect. So what to do about this Radhika now? Hmm? So consciousness believing itself to be Radhika now goes on a diet from Radhika concepts. You see? Because consciousness is only pretending to be as if it is Radhika by believing ideas about itself. And you find that as we go on this no concept diet, then we feel that this sense of personhood starts dissolving more and more and more. You see? So this completion applies to consciousness. Consciousness which is recognizing the truth about itself and also dropping the false about itself. You see? So how to drop the false? Only by not believing our next thought. And then you find that this Radhika conditioning, this Radhika identity starts losing more and more weight till it becomes transparent. So both the recognition and the dropping of the conditioning are only now. It is only if something can be measured, it is only the sense of how much conditioning we are still carrying, which must come to its minimum baggage. See? So when you're flying on Freedom Airlines, you have no baggage allowance. You see what I'm saying? So the recognition is what? That I am not Adhika. The recognition is that I am this non-phenomenal awareness. And all that is phenomenal is just an appearance within me made up of awareness itself. You see? So if this is what is being recognized, but what we are presenting and believing continues to be that which is false, then that is the elongation of the spiritual journey. That's why the master said, stay in the self or come to the complete seeing only means that stay with your recognition and don't believe that which is false. Because you know this, that it is not necessary that in the moment of recognition there is complete dropping of all false conditioning. A lot of dropping can happen, but still conditioning can remain. So what to do with this, Radhika, is just not to believe any ideas about it, including the idea that it must feel free, because the non-existent one doesn't have any feelings in the first place, and the reality is not touched by any appearance, feelings or thoughts. It's clearer now?
It's clear enough. Thank you, Father.
Thank you, my dear.
Thank you for all the time tonight.
You're so welcome. Very happy we get to speak after a long time. Right?
Long time. I've been here, but I'm so happy to have the phone option now, so I can join.
Very good.
Love you.
Thank you. Love you too. Okay, so Anil had said, Bhagwan, can I come up? I want to take the contemplation further into dynamic realms. Okay, let's see what the question is. Namaste.
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 Further, this recognition that I am awareness, non-phenomenal, is pretty fine. And maintaining this awareness in this dynamic realm state is also fine. Not a problem. Now, the thing is that what is my relationship as awareness with this consciousness? I do not know. I do not know what is my relationship as an awareness with this visible world, this dynamic world. It is so easy, from the learning is that I am the witness of this, and this is all appearing in me. This is also fine. This is also fine, not a problem. Now, if I am this dynamic field also, which of course is reporting to me, and I'm aware of its reporting, and I'm also aware that it is reporting to me. So we can say this is only by learning that the unmanifested I is the same as I am in the waking state. This is my learning actually, and this seems to be an experience also. But when Guruji says that you just stay in this self, and the supreme being or the higher power or the God or the consciousness, it takes care of everything. Everything is just happening. All these things are happening, and you are aware of it. So this means I as an awareness which is non-phenomenal and non-manifested also is present in this dynamic field as the awareness also, which means it is not it is not something like that something in which the three waking states are appearing and disappearing. It's not like that. It means that the consciousness and awareness is now here and now. It is not that only the consciousness is here and now, but awareness is also here and now. There is just a little subtlety actually. It's not that the awareness is right somewhere there in the sky, and I am here as the consciousness. It is not a
Yeah.
spatial. It is not a
Yeah.
spatial. So every activity is happening, and because of the knowing, because of the uh, power of knowing or the awareness, I know that it is happening.
Yeah.
If I am the consciousness, and if I am the godhood, then then there is no doership from my end. There is no doership from my end, but I can only claim it once I am totally free of my egoic nature. Otherwise, there is a blend of the ego in the consciousness. So I cannot say that okay, I'm consciousness, and this is not my responsibility. Actually, this is the responsibility of my human nature. Like Nisargadatta Maharaj says, my human nature, as if my human nature. I just want to say, okay, close my eyes because the cat is there. The pigeon will not survive. So it cannot be like this. This conditioning or the egoic thing, it will go on its own. I'm coming to satsang, okay, I'm surrendering to Guruji, and this is happening also. This is happening also. Now, with all this understanding, what is my relationship as an awareness to consciousness? If I maintain my awareness, and if I don't bother about what is happening actually to the consciousness, which I have a choice, I can just close my eyes to this word, but word will not know. Word will not know. If I'm not doing anything which I'm supposed to do in this word, at the most people will say, see, he's a useless fellow. Okay, he is not responsible. You cannot rely on this. But I know actually it is my choice. If it is my choice, a conscious choice, then no consequences of action or inaction is valid.
Okay, let's pause here. Let's pause here. Lots of points. So first point which we want to look at is the simple point, which is what is the relationship of awareness with this dynamic aspect consciousness. Is the same as saying what is the relationship of I with I am. It is I itself which is am, you see. So it is not just a relationship, it is the basis of consciousness, which is awareness. You see? So that's why, and not to take these words literally, because that can be level confusion, that when we say awareness is the father of consciousness, it doesn't mean that it gave birth to a child and now there are two of them. It is I itself which is am. You see? I is playing as am, is therefore not a relationship, but I is the basis itself of consciousness. Therefore, awareness must be the basis of consciousness, that which consciousness is made up of. And you said very rightly that you can hear all these words, all this understanding can be there, this learning can be there, but ultimately it is not this learning which helps you. So as you stay, like you have been doing very well, keep coming to satsang and surrender everything at the master's feet, then these insights become clearer and clearer, and then we go beyond just the learning and understanding mentally of concepts, and then it is seen that this is really an insight. It is I am. You see, so I is the unchanging, then am, and then other states where not am. So when I say, for example, that waking, sleep, and dream are coming and going within this I, which means that this I, which is the basis for am or not am, plays as am, and when it plays as am, then there is waking and dream. And it is when the dissolution of this am happens, that is sleep. You see? So also in terms of what Maharaj said, again he is speaking, he has spoken various things. All of us have spoken various things, but what can seem confusing about confusion. Sometimes it is speaking personally. Oh, I like to eat pasta for lunch. You see, so obviously it cannot be awareness which is saying I like to eat pasta for lunch. It is that amness, this beingness, playing with all the conditioning, which has a preference for a particular type of lunch. Then we can say that I am that I am the space in which all phenomena is functioning, working, all of this is moving through me in the space of being. You see? So from this perspective, we can say that I just am, and this human play is allowed to play in itself because there is no individual entity or doer of that. This is what Maharaj was pointing to. You see? And from the perspective of awareness, you see? So now when you say that I can just be awareness and therefore be unconcerned with the world, it is, we are talking about something which is separated by levels, you see, in the play. So because that which is participating in the world is part of the appearance, part of the realm of being, this phenomenal play, you see. So awareness cannot open or close its eyes. It is the appearance of this body of Anil which is opening or closing the eyes. It is the appearance of this body, mind of Anil, which people will call words or say useless or very useful or great or whatever. But awareness is not participating in that way, except that it is this being itself, which is everything. You see. So when we speak of multiple levels in the same breath, then it can seem like confusion. So what do I do is not a question that awareness is asking. You see? It is not a question that consciousness is asking. It is a question that consciousness playing as Anil, who has come to all of this understanding, is saying, now what do I do with all of this knowledge and my day-to-day life? How do I integrate these two things? You see? So better to drop this, drop the Anil and stay as you have been staying, and then you find that everything is functioning. The body mind of Anil is functioning along with the rest of the world, just like the leaves are falling from the branches and flying in the wind. Who is controlling them? Nobody, we can say, in this realm, but actually all of this is a projection in the light of consciousness alone. So what will happen through Anil's life, whether the eyes will be open, whether they'll be closed, is not something that awareness is pondering, you see. All the movements that will happen from here, will just be another play of the light of consciousness itself. I
Yes,
feel we
Father, that
captured
was
the,
it.
yeah.
Yes, yes, I captured. Now, there's certain practical aspects to it. I have not gone out of the house for last 25 days, not even out of the apartment. So, some, I don't know why. I'm just not able to go out. I'm just not able to go out. I mean, even for a walk, I'm not able to go out. You know, I'm living on the 14th floor. So,
Mm.
uh, I don't know why I'm not able to go out. I'm just not able to go out. Uh, last
What
time it
happened?
happened was maximum for 6 months. I did not go out of the house.
Yes,
My body used to shake. There was so much fear. Even the bang of the door will keep my body trembling for 15 minutes. Those were kind of the sensitivities.
nice, nice.
No. So like this, I mean, eh, what I'm supposed to do now? Just accept it as the way the life is coming, or overcome, this overcome this the stuckness of the mind, and take the plunge or dare. I mean, it is only in the mind. It is only a mind phenomena. So what to do?
Yeah. What I'm saying is that my feeling is that both the surrender and the anxiety will not last, you see. Either the surrender will last or the anxiety will last. My feeling is that the surrender will last. So till then, just surrender to the grace of Sadhguru Shimoji ji and through this body, and just don't make a judgment or a prediction or a conclusion about it. You see, if it is the true surrender, then all that is auspicious will happen. You see, so the dropping of this doership of what to do next is the surrender itself. You see, so don't pin yourself to a particular perspective. Just don't know what the next day will be like, and allow my master's grace to flow through you, and everything will just be exactly as it is meant to be.
Thank you, Father. Thank you so much.
Very good, very good. I feel it's been a very beautiful satsang, and if you can drill down on the inquiry like we did today, I am aware. Who is this I that is aware? How is it distinct from awareness itself? And also I feel that in response to all the questions and answers that came today, also the last one, I feel is very useful because many times there can be these things like confusion of levels, you see. So sometimes we are talking about a different aspect, and the mind says, but your awareness, you see, whenever it comes to something personal and we want to look at that, the mind says, but your awareness, why are you bothered about this? And when we want to look at awareness and just come to the recognition of who we really are, then the mind brings all personal things. So when we are continuing with satsang, we'll find that we are able to recognize this trick of the mind, and we are able to distinguish between where the question or the pointing is coming from which level is all resolves. It's very good. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much for being in satsang today. Sadhguru Shri Moji Ji ki Jai.
Sadhguru Shri Ananta ji ki Jai.